Are you ready to transform your summer into an epic splash-tastic adventure? Say goodbye to wasteful, single-use water balloons and hello to the ultimate in reusable, eco-friendly fun with reusable water balloons. Check out the link in the video description to get yours on Amazon today.
He has an almost unrivaled talent for delivering terminal justice with fists or firearms on screen. So perhaps it's unsurprising that Jason Statham earned £32 million last year, as much as Leo DiCaprio. But never assume Statham, who lives in a dazzling £7.5 million house in Chelsea with his equally dazzling fiancée Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, takes anything for granted. I can disclose that the 56-year-old, who's been admiringly described as the last action star, has started a new venture, as founder and sole director of Little Marsh Construction. Its business is categorized as construction of domestic buildings. Statham's representatives, based in Los Angeles where his career exploded into global stardom, do not comment on this intriguing development or on the kind of projects that Little Marsh will tackle. But it's difficult to imagine any other major British film star following suit. Statham's life has always been free from convention. Far from dreaming of a place at drama school, he spent from the age of 14 onwards on the streets of London, often outside Harrods. There he learned to emulate his father, known as Nogger, selling jewelry of less than illustrious provenance. The most adroit salesman, like Nogger and his allies, Peckhead Pete and Colin the dog, entranced passers-by with artful presentation. We'd display it in boxes, and we'd wrap it up in tissue paper. We'd place it in their palms. Here you are, madam. Statham has recalled. It was the authenticity of Statham's street presence, and the physicality which saw him selected for England's diving squad for the 1990 Commonwealth Games, that persuaded Guy Ritchie to cast him in his 1998 box office hit, Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. I got £5,000 for doing Lock, Stock. And then, for Guy's next movie, Snatch, I got £15,000, Statham has reflected, adding that he would have done them for free. Those days are far behind him, but what he describes as a peasant mentality endures. When you're kicking around and you ain't got no money, he has said, that don't feel too good. Difficult to imagine that Little Marsh's customers will make the mistake of paying late. Dame Judi Dench once made a documentary about her passion for trees. Now the Oscar-winning actress, 89, says her social media influencer grandson, Sam Williams, 27, resembles one she planted in her garden to mark his birth. They just look alike, she says, adding, I don't think he'll be offended if I say that as it's such a beautiful oak. She won Wimbledon aged just 17 and retired in 2020 with £30 million in prize money, but the secret to tennis star Maria Sharapova's success is a lonely one. It was really hard to make friends, and at the core I was a very tough competitor, she reveals. They could have been the nicest opponent in the world, but I had to think they were a terrible human being even though they were extremely nice to me. Now, she is engaged to a friend of Prince William and Prince Harry, British entrepreneur Alexander Gilkes. I call him my husband because I feel like he's my husband, but we're not officially married, she says. They took their toddler Theodore to Wimbledon before the tournament. As lovesick Will Thacker in rom-com Notting Hill, Hugh Grant watched Julia Roberts' Anna Scott on screen at West London's Coronet Cinema. Now the lovey is heartbroken over the impending loss of his local picture house, Fulham Road Cinema, closing after 94 years. Strangely unbearable, tweets a devastated Hugh, 63. Let's all sit at home and watch content on streaming, while scrolling. Miserable face emoji, he laments. The most recent film Hugh has starred in, Unfrosted, skipped cinemas, and came out on Netflix earlier this year. To hell with tradition. 3rd Baronet Sir William Dugdale's daughter, Clemmy, surprised her wedding guests this weekend when she stripped down to her lingerie at the reception, crushed the wedding cake with her bare hands and fed it to herself with gusto. Her friend Bella Somerset, daughter of the Duke of Beaufort, shared a photo of the bride online in the aftermath of the cake smashing. More eccentric wedding attire, she wrote. Clemmy, 31, is an actor by trade, or as her Instagram profile reads, borderline attention seeker, but really talented. Her new husband, Orson Oblowitz, is a film director with an equally idiosyncratic online profile. Tioch.